Hey, how's it going? It's October 18th, 2022. This is your daily sweet talk. In the literal sense this time, let's talk candy bars. Specifically, I would say like D-list candy bars. List leveling things from A-list, B-list, whatever is kind of weird and whatever, but that's a topic for another time. But not the cream of the crop per se, or at least not the ones that people would think of when they think of candy bars. I'm talking. So this whole video is just gonna be me listing them. I'm talking Clark bars, Zero, Zagnut, bars that start with Z. I'm trying not to say Fifth Avenue, but Fifth Avenue. Whatchamacallit is another one. I was seeing actually an image on a Discord server the other day that I'm on. That's how I saw it because I'm on it. And it was like, pick the worst candy in this image. And whatchamacallit was in the image. And they didn't say it was the worst, but someone did say whatchamacallit was bad. And they had it. And that was strange to me because I feel like whatchamacallit is such a normal candy bar. Like but I think just people just don't know what it is. People just, it's not around, I guess. No, it's around. It's in gas stations and stuff. I don't know, but people don't try it because they stick with Snickers, stick with Milky Way, stick with no one's gonna reach for a whatchamacallit over a Reese's except for me because I like these different candies. I probably wouldn't reach for a Fifth Avenue though, or a Clark bar, or a Zagnut, or so here's the thing. Clark bar is just like Butterfinger, right? I'm surprised a Clark bar has survived for so long. I'd be actually interested in trying a Clark bar now that I think about it, because the Butterfinger recipe was changed. And I'm wondering if, which is better now? Maybe Clark is better than Butterfinger now, because Butterfinger tastes like what I would imagine something like Clark tastes like. The texture is probably really different, though. I would assume Clark is much more toffee-y. Heath bar is another one, but I'm not thinking of Heath on this level. Honestly, I would say Heath is more like a B or C list candy bar, because Heath is used in a lot of tie-in products. Like, oh, here's a McFlurry with Heath bar pieces or whatever. You will never see that for Zagnut or even 100 grand. So I would say Heath is probably B list. 100 grand is like C list. 100 grand, not really anyone's first choice, but I think has a respectable following. I've never heard of anyone mention a Fifth Avenue bar. And here's why. For Fifth Avenue, or Clark, or Zagnut, or whatever. But Fifth Avenue specifically, I think, has a very, not candy bar name. I think the name is the biggest detriment to the Fifth Avenue brand. And you can't change it at this point, because now it's, I won't say iconic, because it's Fifth Avenue. But, It is Fifth Avenue. That's the candy bar. You can't change it now. You can't make it a different thing. I guess you could. I was looking up Starburst actually earlier, and I'm sure that the name was changed early on, and it might even still be called this in the UK, but it was originally from the UK, which I did not know, and it was called Opal Fruits. Just going to throw that out. Or maybe I'll talk about that a little bit more another time, but I had no idea about that. It was called Opal Fruits. So they could change the name of Fifth Avenue, and it's owned by Hershey, and it's a peanut butter-based candy bar. I honestly would not be surprised if in a few years, maybe within the next decade or so, it becomes Reese's Fifth Avenue or Reese's Avenue bar, something like that. I would not put it past Hershey's to do that. They've done it with Take 5 already, and Take 5 I would say was a B list. Take 5 is up there. Fifth Avenue, sorry to say, I mean, sure, it's a good candy bar, but no one's talking about Fifth Avenue. Something to think about. I don't know.